Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be discussing and updating on the classic face removal and how there is things showing how R6 and classic clothing is next on David's hit list. So it turns out instead of us getting a switch to either use dynamic heads or 2D faces, we will be getting a 3D copy of the original as shown by RTC. Roblox has clarified that classic faces will receive a 1-to-1 visual parody, dynamic form, with optional facial animations. So instead of us keeping 2D faces like we want, they're giving us a visual copy. But it's still 3D, which is not the reason why we want 2D faces. We want 2D faces because they're 2D, not because of the faces themselves. Even though we're getting a quote-unquote visually identical, yet they're not. I'm going to show some of the visual parodies for the faces later in the video, but let's just say a lot of them look really bad. While I was looking for more info on the updates, I saw this tweet from KREEKCRAFT. It says, "You say you're not removing classic faces, but it's simply not true. The classic 2D faces are getting removed and replaced with dynamic faces that are meant to be copies of them. The issue is some of these faces are so far off from what the originals look like. You say you're going to fix them and make them 1-to-1, but you could avoid all of this by just not doing the update in the first place. You're creating a problem that doesn't need to exist. I don't understand why this update is happening anyway. Wouldn't it just make more sense to let players choose what type of face/head they want to wear?" I completely agree with KREEKCRAFT here. This update didn't need to happen. Because of this update, it shows that classic shirts and R6 are next. But that's a topic for later in the video. But in my opinion, the update should have just been that instead of us losing classic faces, it would have just been better to make a dynamic version for all the people who want to use those faces and fix the ones that look really bad and keep the 2D faces and put all the old 2D faces back on sale. You know, the ones that were removed when the dynamic heads first released. We all know we're stuck with this update because David wants to pander and do stuff that investors like rather than what the community wants. I mean, the updates so far ruin Limited's trading prices as shown by a tweet from Lord Cow. The Yum face has lost 120,000 Roblox value today. Does Roblox not realize that they're likely going to lose money over replacing 2D faces? This post was 3 days ago. The price has probably dropped a lot since then. And another thing, Roblox made a response video talking about the update, and the first thing you'll hear that just isn't great is Roblox said classic faces aren't going away. Yet they are going away. They're not staying. Instead of the classic faces staying, you're replacing them with dynamic. This would be all okay, which it is not. But the thing is that makes this even more not okay is how dynamic replacements look. I mean, have you seen a face with a tongue? It's gonna be a 3D tongue. And now if you want to use the shiny teeth, they're now not gonna look right. But why do all this when you could keep the original versions and make a new dynamic head versions? Well, it's mainly to support the new makeup feature. But to be honest, most people won't even use this feature. Roblox wants to take away our classic features to make us metaverse. But the truth is, Roblox, nobody really wants that. We want our blocky Lego-like avatars, not look alike a human from the PS3. Actually, that's like a diss to PS3, I apologize. And anyway, the last time I used a dynamic head in a video was back when The Hunt first released, which is almost 2 years ago. Man, time is flying by. But tweet by Roblox says, "Thank you for our feedback. Our goal here is to move towards a single avatar system that can adapt to new enhancements." So does this mean that R6 is on Roblox's hit list? Yes, and here's unfortunately why. In a Roblox earnings call from 2022, and the future is everyone has a hyper-realistic avatar. It looks just like them. And not just that, if you select a dynamic head and go R6, then the dynamic head stays basically a flat line face, no matter what dynamic head you use. And it's not just R6 being knocked on their door by David the Reaper, it's also classic shirts. As shown from this quote from a conference call, this is the right direction. It's the big vision. Ultimately, all the clothing on our platform will be 3D clothing, and there will be an opportunity to create clothing, but it will be painting on 3D clothing rather than long-term using traditional 2D clothing. We expect 100% of users to be using layered clothing. If you want to try and stop this, use R6. Use R6 because 90% of the platform doesn't use R6. 90% of the platform uses R15 avatars. So if you're watching this video right now, and if you have an R15 avatar, make all of your avatars R6. We need to try and push this because Roblox doesn't really care. But the least we could try is push against Roblox. Because if we actually make our avatars R6, there is a likelihood and chance, even that small percentage, because 90% of the platform uses R15, and we don't want that. We want more people using R6. Because look, even the game in the background I have playing is using R6. But yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Sorry if this video is a bit later than normal. This was meant to release yesterday, but I'm really badly sick, so I couldn't start recording yesterday. I'm still sick today, but I'm doing a few retakes, and this video should be out by 8:30. I know it's an hour late than normal, but oh well, I had to do a lot of retakes, so yeah, I hope you all enjoy, and please like and subscribe. We're at 431 subs right now as of recording this, and I would love to reach 500 by the end of March, and I would love to hit 1K by the end of 2026. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for the last video. It was my most popular news video that's ever released was last video. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!